Okay. Let me fix this here. All right. Okie dokie. We are going to do this one first. Oh, I was like, what? Hit the like button. All right. This one right here is a 34-ounce bullet shell casing. That is going to be a pearl. Alex, can you hear me good? It's going to be a pearl white, which is weirdly hard to do to get it white. This is kind of last minute, trying out the different settings and stuff for live. Give me a second. I'm doing epoxy, but hang on. So make sure that's even. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, that bullet one has I don't have the top in here right now, but this one's the tall one. There's a shorter one already done right here. So the top is that gold. All the tops are in the other room. Pretty cool though. This one is for somebody's 21st birthday. Smoked out. Pretty cool. The base is actual smoke. Ugh, and that needs to be, there's a one little spot on there that needs to be sanded. That's why it's up there. This one's a wood grain. I'm not touching because everything over here needs to be epoxy. I'm heating up the epoxy right now. So, oh, there it is. Tip trick on white is, shouldn't have the sweatshirt on, but to keep white is to add a drop of either a certain color blue or purple alcohol ink. Kind of combat a yellow. Yeah. Weird, right? I'll show you. I just put 2-3 drops of blue alcohol ink in here. I don't know if you can see. It's still clear. I'll heat it up and then I'll show you. Hey, Alex, tell him that I'm live because he doesn't know. I forgot to tell him. And I also forgot to grab my phone. I was just trying out the different settings and I figured, might as well just do it. So this is going to be a pearl white. And I'm actually thinking it might be kind of cool to throw a little bit of glow in the dark in there because it glows teal. So that's what I'm going to do. It's white. Wish I didn't have the sweatshirt on. I grabbed his because I was cold. And I have this white. Here it is, silver white. So this stuff right here is powder. Crap. Hey, bird lady. Now that you're here, so I'm throwing the pearl on here. See this right here? See how that's white? White? Glows in the dark teal. Yes or no? You won't even know what's on there until it's until it's dark out. That's up to you. That's yours. Do you want it on there? As it stands right now, I have white. All right. So it'll still be white because I'm adding powder pigment to the epoxy. You'll see. I hope the camera picks this up. It's really difficult to get any camera to pick up this this stuff, but this glow in the dark powder is it's white. So you don't know, like, you don't know anything until it's dark out. So kind of cool. And I usually do 2 coats of it underneath the decals. So let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Now don't get weirded out if I stop talking. I was telling Alex about this because I tend to do that. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, but I try to remember to talk. I used to do lives a lot in my private Facebook group. But I absolutely, on a regular basis, I will forget to talk because I get going on making sure, because my epoxy has a pretty quick cure time as far as when it goes on. So you have to see, I'm doing it already. You have to pay attention. This part up here is taped off in one way, but not. It's only to keep it straight because it's a bottom heavy bottle. But I'm avoiding the threads up there. So this stuff goes pretty fast as far as it's a part A and a part B that you mix. And once you mix it, it starts out like a chemical reaction process. And if you don't hurry up, it will start to like it. Hold on. It's like there's a little part in here, right here, that everything also has to be straight with this stuff. You have to pay attention to the way you put it on. So there's a lot of divots in this particular bottle to give it its shape. So you have to pay close attention to that. Especially with using the glow in the dark, because you don't want it to look crazy when it glows in the dark. Anyway, so I don't know. Can you see that, for a lady? That's the wood grain. I brushed it out earlier. Came out fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little depth on this. You can just put this on. I like to. I'll show you. I like to do depth on it, which means what I'm doing right now I wish I could. If I move the camera, it'll be a whole thing, but it just puts like it almost looks like a woven basket right now. It won't stay like that. But it gives it like a little bit of depth. So once it dries, it won't look so flat. Oh, hey, David. All right. So let me just make sure I did the right thing up here, because you do not want it to collect where there's a seam, not a seam, but there's a lot of edges and stuff to this particular bottle. So it could pool, which would show. So we're going to go down like this. Give it, like I said, some extra depth. So when I go back again with the glow in the dark, it will kind of refill it in. Because I'm going to go over a second. This epoxy coat will take a good 24 hours or so. Hold on one second. The heat helps it move. I'm going to switch directions and put all this aside for tomorrow. I will go back over it tomorrow. This is all very fine powder, which I have dropped a whole bunch of times, and it makes a giant mess. Yeah. I just heard my oldest pull up, so his giant self will probably come through here, making all kinds of noise. Again, I'm not used to doing this on camera, so bear with me. I pay very close attention because you have to watch out for all kinds of stuff. There's air bubbles. There's all kinds of stuff that you have to watch out for. All right, this one's going there. You will go to the gloves. So you know, so don't say anything weird. Hi, what?
3 things. I'm on break. I was gonna ask, are there any of those meals left?
Yeah.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
I didn't know if they went out already. Number 2, do you mind if I take drill? I'm ready by tomorrow.
Why are you with him? Why don't you go ask Dad? He's on the game.
Well, I can ask him too. Well,
I want to hear you ask him and tell him why. Okay, I'm busy. Yeah, he slid behind the door. They said you slid behind the door and they could still see you. Haha. Anyway, so there's the wood grain, but give me a second on that one. I want to make sure that no glitter or anything is on. So this is a Caribbean. I did 2 of these. There's another one right there. This is the end result of that Caribbean one. Is there a light on this camera? Like, this isn't my camera, this is his camera. I don't know how well you can see, but this one came out beautiful. Did you ask him? Did you ask him?
Yeah.
What he said?
Fuck no.
Oh.
I don't get it. I can take a pressure washer without a drill.
He's probably not even paying attention to what you're saying.
He was, because we had a whole conversation. I said I could take a pressure washer without a drill. He's like, yeah, fuck you. So I don't know. That's why I asked you, because I know you have your own drill.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
How you doing?
I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to do that.
But you were
I'm
good.
live. Can you go away?
What are you lying about?
What does it look like?
Can I talk
I'm
to the
doing
people?
ballet dancing.
Hi, live people.
They laughed because you slid behind the door, but they can still see you. I don't know. There's probably a light on the camera. I don't know. It's not my. That one's one of his fanciness. Why is this? I should have taken this sweatshirt off, but now I can't. All right. I want to do that last because I don't want a chance getting any particles of glitter on it. All right. This is. I did it. And I did it a different way. It's different. Once I get epoxy on it, you'll be able to see it way better. It'll look a million times better with epoxy. I'm going to fill in the ombres lines right now. You'll see what I mean. Let me get this one out of the way because I do not want to take the chance of getting glitter on it. So, let's see what you can see here. Now, what I mean is I used chunky up here and right here with a mix of fine. So, it's a little bit chunky. Hey, Miss Sandra. You'll see what I mean, though. Hold on, let me get some epoxy. There's no way I can show this whole entire room. Like, I mean, I guess I could if I had a camera on the ceiling or something, but hold on 1 second. Fine. Oh, here it is. Sweatshirt is driving me crazy. Sweatshirt is like 8 sizes too big, and it's annoying me. Fill in just a little bit on the ombre lines, and all that really means is you don't want to watch. It's going to transform a lot. All I'm going to do right now is put some epoxy on. Even if you watch it now, it won't be the same as the end result. End result will be a million times better. Right now is the time where this is a multi-step process. So right now, this is fine. They're all fine. I want to fill in just a little bit on that ocean surf line right here, just to match it a little bit better. In my mind, that's kind of how it goes, but you got to be really careful because you do not want to mix the colors. So I have little shakers for that. I kind of like the line up here already. It's a little bit, it's exactly how I wanted it. The mesh of because it's supposed to look like sunset over the Caribbean water with the surf and the sand. So I like that line up there. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna mess with that. Oh, it's gonna get a lot better. Remember how the other Caribbean cup looked before? I mean, it looks totally different now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little heavier on epoxy up here because these are chunkier. And then down here, I'm going to go a little bit easier because I'm going to add some glitter. But up here, I've already clear sprayed this twice and let it dry. What that does basically is hold everything in place that might be a little bit loose. It's kind of cold in here, even though I don't know if you can hear the noise, but there's a heater going over to the right here to keep it from, I don't like the temperature to drop in here past, below 80, 85, which seems weird, but I think it's only about 70 in here right now. And epoxy loves heat. So when I leave the room for the night, I turn both heaters on and it's crazy hot in here. But that's on purpose. So there's an AC unit behind the laptop there. Because it does get hot in the summer, which you would think would be a great thing, but epoxy likes heat, but it doesn't like humidity. It's a whole balancing process. So my whole goal right now with this is to make it as smooth as I can. Switching gloves so that I don't spread the colors too much. A little bit is okay. I don't want a lot of it. My hand is sweaty from the other glove, and this one doesn't want to go on. But this part right here, my epoxy is cooling off a little bit, and I don't want it to. All right. Now this part I want a little bit thicker along the teal, and then get a thinner coat as we get closer to the bottom, because I want to correct that ombre line just a little bit. And it's not really anything wrong with it. It's just I want it to look a little bit surfier. Like, I don't know. I know what I mean in my head. But this is also important for the next step, because what'll happen is this will dry overnight. Tomorrow I will add another coat of epoxy over it. Then I can sand it, which gets anything not super smooth. Makes it super smooth, because there's no way you can put the epoxy has to be incredibly smooth to put any kind of decals on there. If it's not, it will be your decals, even especially if they're like any kind of pictures or anything like that, will be very bumpy, which would be hideous. So, all right, what we're going to do is lighten this up just a bit so that if it's too thick down here, and I'm going to add a little bit of glitter, it would make it thicker. Every level has to be even. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is a chunky mix, that's a chunky mix, and these are fine. So I'm already skating that line, which will be fine, but I just want it to be as even and smooth as I can possibly get it at this stage to make it better for the next stage of it tomorrow. Move it out. What do I have here? So, I'm going with this one. How to do? I'm trying to make it so somebody else can see, I want this as even as possible. Without without making it uneven, bumpy, you know. Because like I said, they're already different cuts. It's basically what I mean by fine and chunky. The chunky is chunky. It's a thicker cut. Fine is a very fine cut, which in turn makes it so that the chunky will be thicker and can be weird. Sorry, see, there I go forgetting to talk, and then I forget where I am and what I'm talking about because I'm paying attention to kind of stuff you can't see. Just making sure that's on. It seems like it's uneven, but I guess it's not. Okay. So, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Yes, the process, it is. It depends on what I'm doing. And that's part of the reason that I thought about doing lives and all that is because people don't quite understand just how long the process is and how intricate it is. I mean, you could be half-ass about it and do things in a crappy way, you know, and people do that out there and it's messed up. This one, this was actually really cute. I'm not going to go into exactly what's on it, but let's just say it's a place you can go that has mice with ears. And this is silver iridescent holographic on the bottom. The top ombre is like a princess white. And if you look carefully in the silver, I'm about to redo it and put some more on there, but I don't know if you can see it, but they're little iridescent holographic ears, heads and ears. So I'm gonna do the first process of that. And hi, what's the question now? Yes, I forgot about it.
I was hoping it was bad.
No, it's not bad. You were hoping it was bad so you could eat it?
Yeah.
Very strange.
If you eat steak no matter what, but if it's bad,
Why don't you eat those factors then?
I ate one.
Well, eat the other one. I don't care.
Okay. Well, two. Anyways, I got like leaving.
Okay.
I grabbed my shit. It was
Okay.
whatever. I don't know exactly what's happening by tomorrow or the next day. I'm working till this month.
Alvin's got wrestling tournaments on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and then Diari flies in at 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Oh, he actually does. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's when the flight is. So there's that. Damn it, I forgot I was live. Anyway, I told you I'm not good at this.
All right. Well, you go ahead and text me. I'll let you live. If Alvin needs an appointment too.
His hair looks horrible, but I think he asked Dad to cut his hair.
All
But
right.
you
Well,
can
when I go to
ask,
make the appointment, I'll
ask,
let you know.
yeah, find out.
All right.
All right, so this one, let me see if I can. These are really cute. I'm gonna put some more on there so that can you see? I'm gonna add some more of the mouse ears up on the line here because there's gonna be a castle. What? It's cutting out? What's cutting out? Really? I wonder if it's because he's live and gaming. That's possible. Okay. Well, I'm going to add some more mouse ears to this, to the ombre line. I got 2 cups that I left in the other room that I really wanted to show you because they're awesome. I did a wrestling one for the kid, for the youngest, and I made, I don't know how to explain, I made his name cut out in the paw because they're tigers. It's kind of cool. But I have that mermaid one that I had to put a name on. The cup was done, but person that bought it wanted somebody's name on it. It's real cute though. It's not glitter. It is color shifting, like color changing chameleon powders, the epoxy additives, just like I did with that bullet. Only they shift green, blue, purple, violet. Pretty cool. All right, this one. I know I'm at an awkward angle, but bear with me for 1 second. This one is like I did with the other one because I'm adding some of the mouse ears. The epoxy has to be very thin, not really moving like you normally want epoxy to be, because if they move, it'll mess up what I'm doing. So, 1 second. I wonder if I can move. See if I can move this a little closer. Be away from the heat fan, which I have to have on. So let me put some of this. Hold on. I really want to get that white one out of the way, or get away from it. I don't want anything. Like I said, normally I'm not have everything this close together because it makes me nervous with a white situation. So some more mouse ears, especially on that white line. The Princess Castle is going up there. So I'm going to have plenty of mouse ears mixed with holographic iridescent. Pretty cool. Sometimes you don't need to, do a million different things. Sometimes it's just can be that simple, and comes out pretty cool. I think that's enough. I don't want to do too much. So in this situation, I want to, shouldn't be touching it, but I want to make sure that they're not sticking up, because when it dries, they will be sticking up, and the only way to, smooth it all out is to sand it, and you will sand off whatever you put on. So it's best to have it all situated. All right. Give me 1 second. I have to go grab one of the other cups, and then I'm gonna do these right here. This red one is fantastic. She doesn't even know about it yet. It's red with like a bonfire red. It's awesome. She'll be surprised. It goes with dog bowl. It's a surprise. She knows about the dog bowl. Hold on. Okay. Got the others. That one. This is the one I was talking about. I just decaled it. Now it's gonna look weird right now, but well, let me see if I can show you. Now, like I said, it's sanded. That's why it looks like it does. But it's like flames of orange, yellow, and red. It'll be super cool. It's a tiger paw right there with the kid's last name in it. My kid. So I'll do that one. All right, these two are done for now. So what? It's like a candy apple. Yeah, it kind of does. I know that everybody says that about the spinning. Hey, Uncle Tom. Is there a light on this camera, by the way? Or is it that I'm just not seeing, but it's actually bright and you can see well? Like, can you guys see it well? Like bright? Or is it like on the screen? I'm seeing it as kind of dim. Okay. All right. So that one. Give me a second because I am going to move everything. I'm going to shift everything and move down. So those, this, do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can do them over here. All right. So there's. Let's do that one. This one needs to go on something longer, so that one's gonna have to go over there. This one. I'm gonna put them on here and then move this stuff so I can move the I'll move the laptop closer because I want this wood grain away from glitter. Here, that one. Wait a second. I didn't do very well planning this out. But I'm trying to actually get that white one out of the way. I don't want anything to get on it. All right. I have different, notice the turners are different. The turners are different for different things. These particular ones right here that's on there, and the one that the white one is on are for longer, they have more space. Like this one has this much space if this thing is there. So a longer cup wouldn't go on there, right? And it would sag down, which creates a problem with the epoxy. So this one is going to go on that back there. The wood grain is going to go on here. I'm not touching it right now. With that, I already touched stuff with glitter on. So we'll do it like that. So let me move this again. There we go. Yeah. Oh my god. I pushed something. There we go. Okay. Can you see now? Can you see these? This is a pain in the ass. I'm just saying. All right. I'm gonna put this over here. So, oh, shut up. I've said it like 15 times that I wish I didn't have it on. It's friggin' enormous and it's annoying, but it's a whole thing right now. So, I'm gonna turn these on. These big turners back here, they're 4 squares. They are a pain for anything bigger than these 20 ounces because they're too close together. So the bigger cups are on those. Kind of discombobulated at the moment because, like I said, I forget to talk. I have to think things through on what's what. I can do. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Glitter on. I don't want to get glitter on that middle one because the middle one, these other ones that I'm putting epoxy on now are going straight over the first thing of glitter. So there's a remote for the camera. What the hell are you talking about? Why do I need a remote for the camera? To do what? And you're the one that I just dropped the epoxy. What are you talking about? I'm so sick of you already today. Drop the whole damn thing of epoxy because you want to talk about shit that I don't know about. Come in here if you got stuff to say. Things I need to know, I mean. Why would I need a remote for the camera? For zooming in and brightness. Oh, well, you could have told me that, jackass. I just got ink on my hands. You just said, really? Really? Seriously? Alex? Look. Seriously. I'm not. hey, what's the difference between being on StreamYard and the fact that I'm just using live on YouTube? Is that different somehow? What's the difference? Like, what's the difference in somebody looking at it? Like, is it different? Now he's ignoring me because he's looking for the remote. Guarantee it. You want to talk shit about a remote, but he doesn't know where it is. Damn it, I told her about a remote. Now I don't know where it is. StreamYard is for a panel. Oh, okay. I don't need that. Jesus Christ, I'm struggling now. Got ink all over myself. Not myself. My hand, but I don't want it on my hand. Alex said every time mom and dad fight, she ends up in the corner. Well, girl. Oh, so, well, I'm waiting on the epoxy. It's a beach pen. Cute. And this, the other one goes, I don't know how well you can see that, but it goes with, see if I can show you this cup without showing you the decals on said cup. It changes galaxy colors. Pen goes with it. Yeah. All right. Just how to get this other glove on because you know that's the whole thing. All right. So, I'm gonna do the middle one first because when you do the ones with glitter, the glitter spreads regardless of what you do. And I don't want glitter on that one because it is the last, hopefully, last coat. I need it to be the last coat. So, that's what I mean about this one is it's very awkward for the spacing. I normally move the turners out to the side so I can get a good angle, but these are a pain to move because they're all connected. It's good for doing like multiple smaller ones. It's not good for stuff that's in different, these are all in different stages of the process. Like this one is the last coat. Decals are already on. It's already been sanded. It's, you know, been through a week of process. So this one needs to just not get anything on it, not a piece of dust, not a piece of glitter, not a damn moth. So, yeah. Hold on, this is so I'll do the light one. I don't think I'll have extra to do that red one, but just in case. This one's beautiful. It's like a sea glass. And it's gonna have a beachy photo a, so it's called a water slide. It's a transparent decal that I design and print it on a transparent backing, and then clear coat it a couple of times, let it dry, the image, let it dry, and then use water, get it wet, slide it off the backing, and you put it on the cup. Has to be a light cup, but you can see through to the base. Good plan. Huh?
Vikings.
How much are they up by?
31.
What quarter? Oh.
7 minutes left.
Oh.
So it's like up to the last touchdown.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll let you and your people get to it.
Oh, okay, thank you. My people thank you too.
Yeah. You're welcome.
The Giants are winning. A little bit more epoxy to this. So, in doing this, I've been holding off doing lives and stuff like that because there are a ton of people that are out there doing stuff like this. But they either do a half-ass job or they spend a ton of money on their, it's gonna epoxy in my hair. They spend a ton of money on their area, on their shop area, on decorating, not on product, on decorating. And I don't get it. I don't have light up signs or fancy, this or that, as far as like my name on the wall, anything like that. I've stuck a couple decals to the wall, but that's actually because I was mad at the decals. They were for something else. But I work all the time, 7 days a week, all hours, because everything's always in a different stage of the process.